Hey everybody, welcome back to Mountain Beats Biker, and just got back from a ride, and it was a really good ride today. As you can see, the sun's out, so weather was perfect, but my bike's a bit of a mess. I'm a bit of a mess, but best time to clean a bike is as soon as you get home. Some people actually bring a little pump and water to the trailhead in their car so that they can actually rinse their bike out at the trail before they even bring it home. That's pretty smart, but I don't have that. So next best thing, clean your bike right away when you get up home after your ride. So today, nothing fancy, water, and some brushes to brush out the dirt. So right now I'm just going to work on getting all that mud off of the frame and all the parts, and just work all that mud on and dirt off. Then I'll bring it inside the garage and clean it down and deal with the chain and clean it a little better. So, don't want to bring all that mud in my garage though. Okay, one thing you don't want to do too much is spray your bike, because that forces water into places where it shouldn't be, like in the bearings and the seals. That'll wear your bike out. So you might see me spray it a little bit, but you know, if you're going to spray it, you want it on low pressure, and don't hit the bearings and seals in areas like that where water gets in there, or your cables and things. Well, then that's going to cause more problems. Turn the water pressure down a little bit. You're not trying to blast the mud off, you're just trying to loosen it up, brush it off. So let's to work from top down, and I sort of work front to back more or less. So bucket here.
Wow, it's real close. That's it? No soap?
No soap. Only need soap. Soap is for grease. Shouldn't have much grease, except for the grease that you put on. You don't really need to remove that. We'll worry about that later. Now, the best thing to take off all this dirt and mud is just plain good old water. A little bit of elbow grease. Yeah, they make soaps and stuff and solvents and all sorts of junk you can pour into your backyard or where this water ends up, but you don't need it. You still got to go over it with a brush. Or, you know, I know some of you probably don't have like water concerns like we do in California. Maybe you can afford to just, you know, use more water, but again, forcing a bunch of water into the bearings around the pedals, for instance, around the hubs, all those areas, you don't want water getting in there. And they're only designed to keep the water out from riding, not from blasting with a hose, so keep that in mind. A lot of mud in there that, you know, a little gentle rinsing is appropriate. Still a little bit dirty. Alright, so that's pretty good. We got most of the mud and dirt off. So next step is to take off the chain and, well, to dry it all down. Things I want to focus on, though, are drying and cleaning the fork stanchions here. Make sure those are clean. And dry, and also the drivetrain, make sure the chain, I'll take that off. Soak that in mineral spirits and get all the dirt out from inside of the chain. And then wipe it down really well, re-oil it, and put it back on. In the meantime, while the chain's off, I'll go ahead and clean out all the drivetrain with a shop rag, and all the derailleur here. Make sure that's all clean. Just go over the bike and make sure that the brakes are still good. They may need adjusting. Sometimes after a ride, you have to tighten them up a little bit after use, and put the chain back on after it's oiled up, and she'll be ready to ride again. So.